Hi Milax. Hi Mira. Hallo. Hallo. Lang ist her, ha? Lang ist her. Lang ist her. Ja. Schau mal, wie wackelt. Schau mal, wie es wackelt. Ibi. Ich wackelt. Wo war ich? Ah. Die Hand hat so wehgetan. Nee, echt. An manchen Tagen konnte ich nichts tun. Weil allein schon Staubsaugen, Spülmaschine ausräumen, allein schon sowas wie, keine Ahnung, Stift halten, irgendwas schreiben, irgendwas notieren. Die Hand ist ja, also der Handballen hat sich so überanstrengt, dass er den ganzen Tag wehgetan hat. Aber ansonsten habe ich, wann immer es mir doch, was sagt der Arzt? Der Arzt hat gesagt, nehmen Sie mal Cortison für 2 Wochen ungefähr. Habe ich gemacht. Ja. Naja, man muss dazu sagen, ich habe, wann immer ich konnte, wann immer es mir ein bisschen besser ging, wann immer die Hand nutzbar war, habe ich halt entweder doch Videos editiert oder mal ein Bild gemalt oder an meinem Video gearbeitet oder halt TikToks editiert. Ja, weißt du. Irresponsible, Kato war irresponsible. Also ein bisschen auch meine Schuld. Ansonsten habe ich demnächst einen Termin beim Neurologen. Der prüft dann schonen. Ja, weißt du, wie unglücklich ich bin mit dem Scheiß schonen. Es ist halt kacke, weil du dir denkst, jetzt so langsam komme ich in Fahrt. Ja, letztes Video ist angeschlagen und lief super und scheiße, dann Unglück. Deine Mama! Wow. Ja, doch, komm her. Komm her, mein Spatz. Spatz, ich streame. Komm her. Naja, auf jeden Fall habe ich demnächst im April einen Termin beim Neurologen und der guckt dann, ob Nerven kaputt sind. Mal gucken. Aber mehr wissen wir noch nicht so ganz. Das Ding ist halt, ich weiß doch gar nicht, wie lange ich sie schonen soll. Wenn ich sie jetzt 2 Wochen irgendwie so richtig schone und dann wieder starte, dann tut es ja trotzdem wieder weh. Dann müsste ich ja wirklich einen Monat lang ein Hiatus machen and not do anything. Which I will probably have to do sometime in this year. Nur nicht jetzt. Ich will noch nicht. Aber im Großen und Ganzen, das waren so 2-3 Monate, hätte ich gesagt. 2-3 Monate! Bist du des Wahnsinns? Irgendwann hast du ja keine Hand mehr. Ja, dann stimme ich halt mit links oder so. Ich weiß doch auch nicht. I'm just so unhappy, wenn ich nichts tue. I'm just so unhappy. Just unhappy. Aber heute machen wir nichts mit der Hand, weil heute habe ich schon genug mit der Hand gemacht, weil, pass auf, das Ding nervt mich gerade irgendwie, warte mal. Das hier nervt mich dann doch, warte mal. Tja. Weil, morgen neues YouTube-Video. Halt erst so gegen Abend, aber morgen neues YouTube-Video. Ibi! Hab's endlich fertig. Ein Video, das mit Unterbrechungen. Wer ist Coffee Kato? Ah, du meinst, Coffee Kitty. Hier, Coffee Kitty. Ja, aber wo war ich jetzt? Ja, ein Video, an dem ich schon so lange gearbeitet habe, für Monate, natürlich mit Unterbrechungen, weil immer wieder was dazwischen kam, sei es die Hand, seien es andere Dinge, seien es irgendwie Streams oder sowas ähnliches. Endlich ein Video, das ich fertig gemacht habe. Und das kommt morgen online. Und ich bin ziemlich on edge, ziemlich nervös, wie es ankommt. Weil das ist halt nicht irgendwie ein Happy-Go-Lucky-Video, sondern es spricht sehr starke soziale Probleme an in unserer in unserer #Society. We live in a society. Also mal gucken. Ein sehr sozialkritisches Video, das ich sehr lange gebraucht habe, um aufzuarbeiten, to be honest. Sehr viel Recherche. Was meistens heißt, ich habe sehr, sehr viel Content von anderen Leuten reingezogen und das evaluiert und ist halt ein Video, was ich schon sehr, sehr lange machen wollte und etwas, was mir einfach die gesamte Zeit durch den Kopf ging, weil ich einfach keine Ahnung mehr hatte, wie diese ganzen Gedanken unter Kontrolle kriegen konnte, wie auch immer, weil es musste raus. Es war halt auch sehr viel, was da mir durch den Kopf ging. So, we'll see. Morgen YouTube-Video. Bitte anschauen. Bin gespannt, was ihr dazu sagt. Bin sehr, sehr gespannt. Es ist halt natürlich auf Englisch, ne? Also es ist in English. It is in English. Aber ich bin gespannt. I'm excited. For today will ich einfach nur wieder ein bisschen reinkommen. I just wanna get back into the content creation, the streaming. And I will have to obviously take care of my hand. So we'll do more yapping. Yes, ma'am, you watching? Yes. Is it me or like do I have a delay? I don't think I have a delay, right? I hope not. I don't think there's a delay. But yeah. So we're gonna do more yapping streams, more watching streams, more react streams, and obviously we're gonna do gaming as well, but just, maybe twice a week, not like 4 times as I wanted to do previously. So yeah, maybe only twice a week we do gaming, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, for today I wanna watch the newest video of Contrapoints, which is a creator that I've been following for years and years now. She does amazing social critic stuff, and lots about philosophy as well. So if you know some people who talk about philosophy a lot, she's one of them. But also she is applying it very much to our current world, and she is very much going into depth with basically all of her topics. That's why her videos are minimum half an hour and maximum, I think one of her videos was 4 hours long. But the one that we're gonna watch now is about conspiracy theories, and it's 1 hour long. And I started watching it yesterday, and I watched for 4 minutes, and I thought, God, this absolute cinema. You guys have to see this. Everybody has to see this. So we're gonna do a little bit of a reaction. A little bit of a reaction. Before that, I have something else real quick that I wanted to start in. Contra is fun. I know, right? Contra is very fun. Before that, I wanted to quickly look into something else, which is just drama goes by real quick. I haven't seen it yet. It just dropped before I started streaming, which is about some drama in the VTubing community about people reselling models. And the thing is, there was this one person who was selling their model for a lot of money, for 10K, but she was selling the model and all the assets and all the extras, the emotes, the art, the Twitch badges, everything she was selling together as a package for 10K. Or she started I think lower, but then many people wanted it, I guess, and then so she said, okay, we're gonna cap it at 10K. And apparently this streamer has been in drama, which I had no idea. I'm not really I am somewhat into drama, but lots of times these things just fly by me and I don't really notice them. And I only notice them like days later when everybody's done talking about it on Twitter or something. And countless videos have been made. But yeah, this one is apparently just recent, and I wonder, has there been more news to it, and has there been more people selling it? Because on the thumbnail there was a different model all of a sudden. I don't know. And people said that it's immoral to resell your models, all your assets, just like because you were in like some sort of drama, and because the IP, like the intellectual property. Hi from the deep, welcome. That the intellectual property of like the brand, because in the end VTubing is also like your brand, right? Like the Kato, that would be my brand basically, even if it sounds silly, but here we are. So if you have been in drama, that means your brand is kind of burned. And so anybody who will, like for example, if I buy their model, I will buy all the history with like the drama that they have been. Oh, you just ended your job? That's amazing. Welcome in we in Germany have a say, willkommen im Feierabend, which means welcome to like free evening, leisure time, like welcome in yeah. Well, and I want to see whether the video is about something new or not. It's very like short. I think it's just, wait, what was it? 15 minutes? And after that, we're gonna start into Contrapoints. Yeah. Also, I have my trusty tea here. Hi, Kuro. Hi, welcome, Kuro. Hi, welcome, Kuro. Welcome, Kuro. I hope you're in for some fun today, some reacting, yapping fun. Oh yeah, I should actually be reminded of keeping this chat open as well, because that is a YouTube chat, because I don't want to miss out on any YouTube people. Okay. Let me just... Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Kuru, do you feel no shame using two different... Kuru feels no shame whatsoever. No shame whatsoever. You think I feel shame? You should! You should! You should! I've done this for almost 2 months. I know. But there's an end to everything. Except the sausage, it has 2 ends. That's also a saying we have in Germany. I love the sayings we have in Germany. They're the best.
Alright, so boom. Remember when I said this?
Acknowledge that you made a mistake and apologize. And try to make sure it doesn't happen again. NeedyVT, a content creator I personally like, is a good example of this in my opinion.
Well, yeah, that didn't really age well. Needy has done some things that made niggas turn their head and push
Hold on.
people over the edge, leading to Needy's graduation, air quotes. And I'm going to talk about it and do my usual clowning.
Damn, Static Tokyo.
So for those that don't know, Needy, aka Juliet, does this thing where she will buy and adopt, or design, rig it, and do giveaways with the supposed motive of helping someone boost their VTuber escapades. Now sometimes they will take a design or model, rig it, and then resell it with the rig fee included, which means they are selling it for higher than they bought it, which doesn't seem like an issue. But in this case, and in cases in the past, which I don't think I will touch on in this video to be honest, became a problem. So you see what had happened was, Needy bought a design that was priced at 4 bands. However, with Mau Mau, the seller, having medical issues, she agreed to have it lowballed and sold it to Needy for 2K.
I think I'm about to steal!
But then Needy went and sold it to another person at 4K.
This shit is actually trash!
Which is weird, considering that the original price for the model was 4K, but she paid 2K for it. That seems like some PS5 scalper shit, not gonna hold you. Needy then also charged an extra 1,000 for add-ons. The seller was cool with charging 2K plus the 1K for the extra add-ons, but not
Hold on,
4K.
I don't get it. Okay, I'm eating a banana, by the way. I don't get it. The issue is that she resold the model for more than it was originally costing? Is that the issue? Like, if there's a... Like, if I resell my model, the Neko Arc, and someone else is willing to buy it for more than what I got it for... Like, yes, you could say scalper, but I think in this point it is very different because she didn't buy it solely for the purpose of reselling it. Am I right? If she bought it solely for the purpose of reselling it, then yeah, that may be an issue. But I don't think she did that in this regard.
Plus the 1K. And when Mau Mau went and brought this up with Needy, Needy was basically saying that they were upfront the whole time. That they were straightforward about it being lowballed, which is true. Needy did lowball that shit, which I think personally is a weird thing to do, especially knowing that Mau Mau, the seller, has medical issues. But again, just my opinion. Turns out, the shawty that sold it to Needy wasn't even supposed to sell it.
What? Oh my god, hi, welcome. Welcome, thank you for the follow. Welcome. This hurts and it's just so sad for me. I reached out to you to tell blah 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 blah. Because they hadn't even paid? They also hadn't been cleared by the artist who made them. Oh yeah, if the artist said don't resell it, then obviously you're not allowed to, because the rights of the models are still with the artist usually, except if you bought it with the rights and everything, but that's usually not the case because that requires double the amount usually. So a 10K model would go for a 20K model, like would be a 20K model, the price would rise up. You sold the model for twice, well, I don't, it's fine. I think it's twice as much, even more, yeah. What you paid for it without permission for any of the artists involved, and neglected checking when I reached out to you. You might have cleared things with the model artist, and I'm glad for her sake. So they did clear it with the model. I'm confused. I'm so confused by this entire thing, honestly. But now there are several other artists who just had their work passed out without permission. You also never considered the person who made the design through all of this, and were planning to make changes to the design without asking them either. Just overall not cool. I was so confused. What is this drama even about? So basically, several little things that convoluted into one thing? Isn't it like why did this become a drama? Like what? I'm confused. I'm never gonna be a drama tuber. I'm just confused by everything.
In the first place, because they didn't finish paying for it. Anna, who's the person who had the model originally, went out and tried telling Needy, hey, maybe don't, because the person that sold it to you didn't even pay it completely off yet. And they can't see this as completely good intentions due to Needy not even going to the artist first and asking if she can resell. And even blocked Anna when they reached out privately. Mau Mau and Anna did manage to hash things out though. Just to be clear, Mau Mau was formerly known as Kent, so that's why that's why I'm saying a different name than what's shown in the screenshot. But here's the kicker. Nobody even went to the designer of the model, Buggy, and asked if it was okay to resell or edit their work anyway.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
And let me clarify that a designer and a model artist can be the same person, but in this case, it isn't. Buggy made the design, and an artist by the name of Morningstar made the model. Morningstar also made a statement on the matter, basically saying that they agreed that whoever bought it from Needy can use it, and they're also now applying stricter rules in the TOS about reselling. the communication is como se dice non-existent. Now, you're probably looking at this and wondering, well, if it was all around a shit show, why is Needy getting fucking haymaker to the point that she graduated? Well, if you look above Anna's tweet we just talked about, you see that they were responding to a tweet that was deleted by a user. That user being Needy.
Type shit.
Now, since I've been around the block, I happen to screenshot these tweets before they were deleted. And what I mean by been around the block, I mean I like making the editing process easier on my life, so I screenshot things that are interesting, because if I don't, I'll end up making love to a shotgun. Here, I'm obviously not going to read all of this word for word, so please read them for yourself and form your own opinion. I'll try to summarize, and then I'll give my opinion on why Shotty got her back blown out. You can tell me yours in the comments. Needy starts off by saying that she is aware that she is known as the giveaway person.
Last to live wins money.
And that she wanted to do a giveaway for the model she just showed, but this time she wanted to do something for herself and her trip. Now there's a fundamental issue here, okay? Because the trip she is talking about is a lie, kinda. She isn't going anywhere.
I'm about to bomb this whole motherfucking plane.
She's actually talking about her Korean boyfriend visiting her. And when people ask, yo, why the fuck did you word it that way? Shotty was like, oh, it's just easier to say I'm going on a trip.
Is this nigga serious or what?
Nigga, what? It's easier to mislead and basically lie to an audience that you even ask for donations from? I'm starting to actually think y'all lack intelligence.
Okay, what is it, like 8 minutes in, and I'm confused, and yeah, I'm just confused. I'm so sorry. I think drama is not for me. Why did this escalate so much in the first place? Holy shit. My lordy lord. Okay. A VTubing community just cannot have nice things, obviously. As somebody who wants to, like, I don't even know what they wouldn't communicate, honestly. Like, Needy, if she only would have, like, not blocked the other two people and apologized in private and just cleared the whole thing, none of this would have happened. But then again, this amazing person here behind me wouldn't have all the amazing views that he has, so I mean, that's that. I don't know. I'm confused. Let's go to Contrapoints, because yeah, YouTubing drama is just not for me. Okay. Just scoot a little bit like this. Actually, I'm gonna just go here. Okay. So, for those who know, Contrapoints, I'm very, very happy to have you here. I'm a very big fan of Contrapoints. And I just love her. Just her way. She's very artistic in everything that she does. She's very, very creative, and she just goes extra. She's not only serving cunt, but she's also serving mommy. We're all here for that. Let's go.
The Bilderberg Group, Atlantis, Serpent DNA.
Hi, honey.
Does the Vatican?
I think my favorite Contrapoints video would be the cringe one. The one where she talks about cringe for like 2 hours. Because I felt that. Every single one, I felt it.
Control the Freemasons?
What's yours?
Or
Yeah,
do the
what's
Freemasons
yours?
control the Vatican? These people are sick. It's a big club, and you ain't in it. Symbolism will be their downfall.
Was it an AOL? Wait.
Symbolism.
The AOL logo.
will bring you down.
Oh god, this is... Look at what she did for the video. This is... Holy manoli. I'm a squirrel, obviously. Oh no, Honey. Honey's a rabbit. Honey's a rabbit through and through.
So, I'm somewhat interested in conspiracy
Those who multiply a lot.
theories. I don't believe in them, but it's one of those things, you know, like cults or serial killers. I don't want to join a cult. I don't want to kill anybody, but when it happens, I take an interest. Ooh, what's going on here? It's good to
Wait, is it me or is the quality just abysmally bad? Yes, please. No, what? Why would you stop? Why would you stop?
conspiracy diagram. Even them, but it's one of those things, you know, like cults.
The
or
Twilight
serial
one?
killers.
Yes.
I don't want to join a cult. I don't
That's
wanna
an
kill
amazing
anybody,
one too.
But when it happens, I take an interest. Ooh, what's going on here? It's good to start a video by saying something nice. So let's all go around and say our favorite thing about conspiracy theorists. I'll go first. My favorite thing about conspiracy theorists is their passion
I like her tinfoil hat. Perfect.
for diagrams. As long as the internet has
Guess I go
existed,
crazy.
researchers
I think
have
conspiracy
posted
theories are the
conspiracy
exactly right
diagrams.
video for you, Kuro.
This is one from 1999 with Lucifer at the top. Before the internet, people had to draw these things by hand. The pyramid shape is considered traditional. I remember seeing this one around 2010. At the bottom are the debt slaves, the sheeple. You are here. Above us, world population control, religion, government, education,
Kuro, we just
media.
started. Don't
And then,
worry.
like corporations, man.
Don't worry, we just started.
The
You'll get
banks,
into it.
The think tanks, the elite families, the crown, and at the very top, the all-seeing eye. Maybe it's the Illuminati. Maybe it's the reptiles. Maybe it's Daddy when he's arrived and he's taking his belt off.
You know, it's like
See,
Daddy
Kuro?
arrived and he's taking his belt off.
Let's face it, most conspiracy diagrams look like the untethered scribblings of incurable screwballs. And maybe they are. But I think they're also a sincere attempt to understand the shape of power. Not a good attempt,
So, because I saw the I Want to Believe.
but that's okay.
Wait, hold on. Well, I Want to Believe, like here on the side. I used to have like a big, huge poster on my wall of like with this scripture, I Want to Believe, from the X-Files movie. Oh, that was so I still have it somewhere on my attic. I just don't use it anymore. It just doesn't fit into my my apartment anymore. But I should hang it up again, actually. It's such a good picture.
I no longer expect good things. Every conspiracy diagram is an answer to the question, who really controls the world? The pyramid represents hierarchy. It's like those medieval drawings of the great chain of being. Medieval Europeans saw reality itself as a kind of pyramid, with God at the top, the supreme being. Each tier beneath him represents a lower emanation, the orders of angels, humans, animals, plants, and minerals. Medieval cosmology was a mirror of medieval politics. As below, so above. The feudal system was a pyramid, with the monarch at the top, then nobles, knights, vassals, merchants, peasants, and serfs. In 2023, passionate graphic designer Dylan Lewis Monroe created a conspiracy diagram called the World Hierarchy Pyramid. It combines
This is how far I got. It's a great way not to feel sad. Yes, absolutely. Just watch this video and we'll never feel sad again. I wanted to look at this one because it looks so detailed, and I had such trouble finding it online because this is as far as I got. Like I only got to 4 minutes, and this is nowhere to find. You literally have to buy it somewhere on Etsy from someone who's selling it. And I don't know if I'm just stupid, but I just couldn't find it online. I would love to take a really good gander at it because it's so much information at once.
the medieval great chain of being with every conspiracy theory. At the top is the Tetragrammaton, that's the Hebrew name of God. Then the angels, the extraterrestrials, dark AI, transdimensional ETs, the Borg, Anunnaki, Draco reptilians, Satan, Source. 2 Corinthians. Do your own research. Then, of course, the elite
Rip, Koro.
bloodlines, the
Rip.
secret societies, of course. And way down at the bottom, the Matrix. 9 to 5 debt slaves, peasants, sheep, cattle, NPCs, maskers, monster energy drinks. I think
Monster!
it's satanic.
So you go into Hebrew. The letter Vav is also the number 6. You could have here in Hebrew 666 on the can. Now, do you know what a MILF is?
Do you know what a MILF is?
Breeders. Hey, don't talk that way about straight people. One of my best friends happens to be... Wait a minute, does that say Goyim?
Oh no.
Okay. It is way too early in the video for this. I'm trying to keep it fun, trying to keep it flirty. We are not dealing with Goyim for at least an hour. So put a pin in it, and for now, I'll pretend I didn't see that. The world hierarchy pyramid looks like something you'd find in the basement of a domestic terrorist.
I so desperately want to see it. I want to look at it.
How can someone be this wrong about every aspect of reality?
And look at it. It has everything. I'm just so... The Nazis made it in too. And Switzerland. And it's just... Oh. Wait. Really? Oh! Feast my eyes. Wait, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Honey, you have made my day. Honey, you made my... Okay. Wait, we'll start from the bottom. We always want to see who's at the bottom. Okay. Let's see. MVP, yeah, MVP, absolutely. Satan's Hell Matrix. Worker Ants, The Matrix. 95 Slaves. You crashed her. I think the account just got sad because her girlfriend broke up or something. Are you the girlfriend? Kuro is dating Kuro. Now that's a conspiracy theory. What's a... Thank you, Mira. Thank you so much. Yes. Give her a shout out. Give my honey a shout out. My honey meal. Mwah, thank you. But what's a robotoid? Does anybody know? The fuck is a robotoid? Sheep, cattle, NPC, maskers, debtors. Mark of the Beast, zombies, goyim, breeders. Useless eaters? What? A red pill... What? I can't even read that. Wait. Reptiloid, just robo. What's a reptiloid? Yeah, everybody go follow Honey Meal. How did you find it, actually? What birth? So birth. Just birth. Damn. Imagine being born. Damn. School, debts, labor, taxes, retirement. Damn. Death. Even death made into... I can't. Netflix! Brain rot of the nation. Let's go! My kind of people, let's go. MK Ultra Hypnosis Media Propaganda Dissimulation. So wait, peasants? So these were peasants. Then we have general population. human livestock. What does it even mean? So, footballers get a bigger reputation than Robotoid's clone. Do we have clones already? Do we? Did I miss something? MK Ultra is so low on the pyramid and expected high. I know, right? Also, the government, pretty low on the pyramid. I didn't expect it to be that low. I mean, I get what they mean because, you know, they're usually anti-establishment and usually the government is the establishment. I get what they mean by that. But isn't it like... I thought like the government would be... Like politicians would be a little bit far up. But we'll see how this rabbit hole, like, how high this rabbit hole goes. That's what I'm saying. The clones and government are stuff at the bottom. We're escalating too quickly. The clone wars are becoming real. I need a tinfoil hat. Guy, I desperately need a tinfoil hat. Wait, we're gonna find a tinfoil hat for this. This cannot be true. Like, why do we not have a tinfoil hat on yet? Tinfoil hat. Images. Transparent background. Just some Star Wars? Ah, it's, you know, people are actually beaming it currently into into existence, so what do I know? Tinfoil. Now I just need to put that into my streaming assets. Items. Copy paste. Now there should it be. Now I should be able to... Okay, Lint, thank you very much for your service. Say goodbye to Lint. Hi, goodbye. Off into the trash you go. Ah, yes. I'm finally communicating with my kind of people. Let's just make me a little bit smaller though. So that I'm not like covering up too much of the video. Okay, so let's see. The world population control. Oh, that's what that controls the population. Okay, so education controls population. Media as well. Hollywood, social media. What is alt media? Like alternative media, like Rumble? Isn't that like basically social media? It does behavioral programming, idol worship. Ah. Brainrot of the nation, hypnosis, academia, university, judges, rigged voting systems. Let's go. Ow, 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 ow. Now you know who you're talking with. Lethal extortion racket. Opioid for the masses. Oh, okay. So all of that was the bread and circus. Just to occupy people with something. Now we're going for like the real deal, okay? We're getting somewhere. Banking, insurance, big pharma, credit cards. I feel like all of that could be kinda fit into any of these below. Energy, real estate, communication. What's a smart grid? Am I stupid? So corporations have a bigger stance than... What is wrong with people? Oh gosh. And then we have, above that, we have the stock market. And hedge funds and Denato and everything. Okay, what do we have here? Deep state mapping project. Okay, so that's just a deep state. What do you have here on the side? Scottish Rite? I do not know nearly enough to understand any of this. Okay, what's above that? The European Court of Human Rights, World Zionist, Geneva Convention. Really? Aren't those supposed to be like rigged voting systems as well? Does not that count for the government? Isn't that not part of the government? Is the Cato not entirely lost yet? Job's daughter? Whose daughter? Job's daughter? Whose job? They're putting Oddfellows above the government. Yeah, but also the Rainbow Girls. Chamber of Commerce. This is just amazing. The Order of the Knights. Do those orders still exist? Do those still exist? I mean, obviously. Why wouldn't they? If people can hold on to somewhat of a title, they will do that. Israel? Just Israel? Just Israel? Like, what do you mean, Israel? Like the entire state or the religion, first of all? Italy! Guys! Italy! Let's go! Oh my god, this is amazing. Who knew? Who knew that Italy is so far up on the global spectrum of whatever this is? Okay, let's see. Now we're getting to the real deal. Now it's the real deal. Now I don't even know any of those. Fourth Reich, I know, right? The Holy Roman Empire. Let's go! So what is this supposed to be? Do we have an explanation? Vatican, God. Really? They're putting God in first place? The Pope, Cardinals, Archbishop, Bishops, Priests, Monk, Nuns, Lady. Wait, is Christianity here too? Because we have Sharia law, so Christianity should be here too somewhere. Please. Bushido code. Where's my Christianity? Okay, but what if he puts Christianity above all of that? And that would show him. Damn it, it's Satan. God damn it! We lost him! We lost him, boys! What's the Dark Fleet? Isn't that like a Star Trek term? I'm confused. Also, what has Draco Malfoy to do with this? He's from an entirely different franchise. He should be down there. Wait, where's Christianity in this one? Why is all of these religions down here and Christianity is just nowhere to be found? Because they literally even put the Mormon church in here. The freaking Mormons! Where's everybody else? It is the default? You'd be surprised how in other countries it is honestly not the default, but yeah, of course. Mankind, animals, plants, minerals. I thought mankind is down there. Like down, as the sheeple. Not for tinfoil hats? Ah. I agree. I understand now. The Chimera? The Demigurg? What? Aren't those fictional? Are you trying to tell me these exist? Is he trying to tell me The devils exist. The demons and ghosts exist. Oh, succubi exist? Hell yeah, let's go. Okay, I'm taking it all back. I want to summon a succubi now. My own personal. Pesky deceivers. Deceivers! What is an Ostra parasite? I mean, okay. Karma. Really? Common law, non-physical. What does this stand for? Get the fuck out, lol? Angelic realm. Okay, this is where Christianity goes into play, right? This is... Yeah. This is not what I expected. But then again, yeah. That is what I expected, honestly. Oh, this is gonna be such a blast. Ah, Gabriel! Gabriel, let's go! Best angel ever, let's go! Oh, there's so much more to this. Oh, bye. Oh, bye. Is this the thing from Evangelion? Evangelion is in this one too. Let's go. He did so... Like, he had fun designing this, honestly. You can see that he had so much fun designing this. Okay, but what if... Okay, what if... Hear me out. This entire thing was just for his D&D group. Like, his personal D&D group. And he took it a bit too far. Got a little bit hyper-focused. Overexcited. Had an entire week of hyper-focusing on this. Because he wanted to play, like, some form of D&D. Like, set in our world setting. But with everything, all of that, like, existing. And he put it online. And people went with it. And people actually believed it. What if? I mean, obviously that's not what happened, but that would be such a funny thought. Because usually that's what people do, right? That's what people usually do. The unholy pyramid? That is Evangelion. I don't know. But yeah, pyramids have always been such a big player. Big player in, like, all kinds of conspiracy theories. Let's continue with our amazing Contrapoints.
Is anything about this right? Well, isn't it true that power is a pyramid? You could make a less crazy pyramid diagram. A 1911 illustration called The Pyramid of the Capitalist System. Oh god, we're already talking about capitalism. Never beating the bread tube allegations. The Pyramid of the Capitalist System has the workers at the bottom, then the bourgeoisie, the army, clergy, politicians, and at the very top, in place of the king, in place of God, is money itself. A conspiracy theorist would look at this and say, well, that can't be right. Money can't be at the top, because money does not conspire. Money has no plans, no intentions of its own. It isn't good or evil.
But it's what people interpret money with, right? Like everything for, like, that's exactly what the saying 20 bucks is 20 bucks, you know? I do certain things for 20 bucks. And therefore money has been put on such a pedestal. I get it.
Just is. So, who controls the money? Who really controls the world?
Satan.
What's up, you guys? Just checked into the Watergate Hotel.
Quite literally a bread tuber.
No,
Honestly, I like bread tubers. They're fun to watch.
Nice view. Not very private. Honestly, not a great place to do a conspiracy. Part 1. Just asking questions. So, I spent the last year of my life
oh god, she's beautiful!
conspiracy theories online, And I'm not doing well.
Every time you saw Taylor Swift on your TV at the Super Bowl, you were flashed with demonic hand gestures and an inverted cross.
Did he just say Taylor Swift? I can't even tell reality from parody anymore. It's like that essay, A Modest...
That's because he used an AI voice, and AI cannot, like, sometimes pronounces words, like, funny. But, yes, I saw that there were so many conspiracy theories about, like, the Super Bowl and about, like, certain Taylor Swift concerts, and even photographs that were shown that depicted, not Contrapoints, but, like, Taylor Swift as a demon. So many! Thank you for the bunk.
Proposal by Jonathan Swift. I feel like I'm losing my mind. So to ground myself, I tried asking some normal, non-terminally online people what they think about conspiracy theories.
Oh no.
And what I found is that for most people, conspiracy theories are a mainly harmless game they play. The game of what if. You know, what if Tupac and Elvis are still alive? And what if they hang out in the UFO at Area 51 with Sasquatch and Taylor Swift's gay whiff? Sure. Why not?
Honestly, that is such a fun game. We should do that too.
Speculating about who really killed JFK is basically America's pastime, because it's more exciting than baseball, and it's like a murder mystery. We all get to play detective. Was it the Russians? The CIA? Pro-Castro Cubans? Anti-Castro Cubans? Colonel Mustard on the grassy knoll with the magic bullet? America has a weird obsession with JFK. I feel like it's because of two things. One, he's hot.
Did I jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward.
I will take away your second account, I swear.
Two, he's dead. And it's that combination of hot and dead that really gets our juices flowing. Whenever I imagine JFK, I see him silhouetted against soft white light, and he smiles at me lovingly in slow motion. JFK is America's beautiful dead wife in a flashback.
Just because I don't have strong opinions, far from it. It's just my strong opinions cancel each other out. Now that sounds like a good cocktail to work with. But that's good. You're keeping your two personalities at bay. I think that's good. I think that's a good meet yourself in the middle, like Kuro does with his two accounts.
Back. He's our dead anime mom. Okasan. I can't believe we fumbled her. So look, I hate to be a buzzkill. I know it's fun to speculate wildly about
Huggers.
world events, but for me, it stopped being fun a long time ago. I can't pinpoint when exactly. There's a couple moments that stand out. Exhibit A is Edgar Madison Welch, who, on December 4, 2016, drove from North Carolina to Washington, D.C.
Did I jump scare you?
And entered
Yeah, I bet I
neighborhood
did.
pizza.
How many points do you have, bro? I think he should be out of points by now. How much HP do you have? I got a lot more. Can I please watch the video? Please! Oh, please. Oh, please. Awesome, I'm invincible. I should have a redeem that prevents me to say invincible. Invincible.
Moments that stand out. Exhibit A is Edgar Madison Welch, who on December 4, 2016, drove from North Carolina to Washington, D.C. and entered neighborhood pizzeria Comet Ping Pong with an AR-15 rifle.
I remember that!
Through a closet door,
oh god, I remember that! Pizzagate, I wasn't there, but I was there when I literally browsed 4chan while it happened. Oh, wow.
Terrifying customers and staff. He later told police he was, quote, self-investigating. He was doing his own research. He was self-investigating the Pizzagate conspiracy theory, which falsely claimed that leaked emails from my close personal friend Hillary Clinton contained cryptic references to an elite underground satanic ritual murder and child sex trafficking operation. It's a shame, because baseless speculation about the lurid sexual depravity of the rich and famous.
The thing is, and I know this because I was there back then. I literally was like browsing 4chan during that time. Fucking QAnon. They had things that they felt was proof. So for them, during that time period, it wasn't a baseless accusation. They had so many different links to different occurrences where stuff has been leaked and stuff has been misinterpreted or like rightfully interpreted, and that some companies were like using hidden I guess logos and stuff like that to kind of identify themselves, that they would participate in such kind of heinous acts, that they would, you know, sell children to those elite rich. Obviously Epstein comes in as a mentionable person to mention. They had so many things that they felt was proof, was sensible proof, even not just, okay, I'm just pulling something out of my ass and I call it proof. No, they took so much time and just really hyper focused into it. And back then, some of the things made sense. Like even I kind of fell for it because I was like, holy shit, that cannot be true. Like, please don't, please, someone has to investigate, but not like that, not like that.
Can be a lot of fun, but when someone picks up a gun, the truth is not a game. The shooter would later tell the New York Times, quote, the intel on this wasn't 100%. Yeah? Exhibit B is America's foremost conspiracy
the gay frogs guy! Yippee!
theorist for the last
it make the freaking frogs gay!
quarter century, Alex Jones, live on InfoWars, mocking the father of a child who was killed at Sandy Hook. And I know Alex Jones has paid a heavy price for this, but it is pretty heinous.
I mean, it's like, yeah, oh, I read this card, okay. I mean, it's like, whoa, whoa.
Like, if there is one person that is really far lost in conspiracy theories, it's him. It's like, he's not even wearing the tinfoil hat anymore. The tinfoil wears him, okay? He is so lost. And the thing is, it's not like a funny, like, we're laughing. I mean, I'm laughing at him right now, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people laugh at him right now, but it's actually very sad because the normal people who are not lost, they don't do such heinous acts as like grab a gun and self-investigate. Those kind of people, they do. And other people suffer for it. Like, I don't even want to know how much misinformation this person spread, and obviously with that kind of made it worse for other people, that because like when somebody else believes him and takes whatever he says for face value and acts on revenge, and someone who literally has nothing to do with the topic whatsoever, like, or at least develops a bias against people, starts being racist. There is a slippery slope to everything. He's so lost, he loops back into being foul. But by the reptiles.
I don't know, is this what questioning authority looks like? It's not just asking questions if the way you're going about it is, fiendish. Of course, when you point out the harm done by conspiracy theorists, they say, well, that's just controlled opposition. It's a psyop designed to make us look bad.
Yes, they make everything, even like asking, what they do, what those people kind of do is like, but what if, what if Contrapoints is actually a man? I'm just asking questions, bro. I'm just asking questions. But, which is funny because Contrapoints used to be actually a man. This is, I don't know if you guys know, but used to be a man, now a woman. Obviously very beautiful. I love her. But, the conspiracy theory would be like, say, what if she's actually a reptile? And be like, what if we're just asking questions, bro? Just asking questions, nothing wrong with asking questions. I'm just investigating. But if you ask questions back, it's like, you've been brainwashed by the deep state.
And okay, I guess it's possible that it's a psyop, but isn't it also possible that you've simply surrounded yourself with assholes? Conspiracy theorists tend not to take criticism well. They feel like you're manipulating them, like you're shaming and vilifying people just for questioning official narratives.
Damn, imagine shaming people.
Exactly what they'd expect a shill for the deep state to do? Isn't conspiracy theorist just a slur for anyone who dares to snap out of their programming? A convenient way to silence anyone who questions the establishment? Well, it's good to be skeptical and it's good to ask questions, but there's a difference between intelligent skepticism and, for example, denying well-documented events on the basis of wild conjecture posted online by some maniac moments before harpooning his own parents. Just because you're asking questions doesn't mean the questions you're asking are good. Who really controls the moon? No one controls the
She believes in the moon.
moon, Vanessa. That's not a good question. Go back to your desk. Conspiracy theorists think of themselves as speaking truth to power and challenging the establishment. But is that even what they're doing? See, I can also ask questions. My first question is, which establishment are you questioning? Does this establishment include Donald Trump and Elon Musk? I notice Alex Jones and many other conspiracy theorists have taken to shilling for both of them, now that they are collaborating so closely. Conspiring, if you will. One thing we've seen in the United States over the last decade is that when an
should be open for the answer, yes.
embraces conspiracy theories, you can't really say that conspiracy theorists are questioning propaganda, because the conspiracy theories are the propaganda. On December 2nd, 2015, President...
Imagine you believing that you're real. So there is one conspiracy theory out there, and it's less of a conspiracy theory, it's more like a philosophical thought experiment that one can do. Is just, asking yourself, what if all of us are just being imagined by a glass in a jar, a brain in a jar. Like, none of this exists. It's all just a figment of imagination by literally just a brain in a jar. And we don't really exist. We only exist in this imagination of this brain in a jar. True, I have the brain. I'll be the jar. Yippee!
Presidential contender Donald Trump appeared as a guest on InfoWars with Alex Jones. Let's look at the comments. This video is shadow banned. The elite don't want the people to see this. 1984.
It has a name? Wait. It has a name? Let me look at it. Okay, let's see. The philosophical concept? Okay, let's see. So.
Solipsism.
Solipsism is a philosophical idea that only one's mind is sure to exist, as an epistemological position. So I can read. Solipsism holds the knowledge that anything outside one's mind is unsure. The external world and other minds cannot be known and might not exist outside of the mind. There are varying degrees of solipsism that parallel varying degrees of skepticism. Metaphysical, epistemological, methodological, yeah. So there are different kinds of them even. Thank you, Vera. This is so cool. Love referencing every once in a while. It's funny. I know, right? We literally just don't exist. Ah, there it is. There he is. There he is. The car. Welcome back, Kuro. Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Let's continue.
Or is here. Okay, but the interview is on YouTube, and it was the first result when I Googled it, and Donald Trump is the president of...
Wait, hold on, yeah, I just kind of didn't get what she said. Wait, what is this video about?
Theories are the propaganda. On December 2nd, 2015, presidential contender Donald Trump appeared as a guest on InfoWars with Alex Jones. Let's look at the comments. This video is shadow banned. The elite don't want the people to see this. 1984 is here. Okay, but the interview is on YouTube, and it was the first result when I Googled it, and Donald Trump is the president of the most powerful country in the world. So who exactly are the elite? Isn't what people call the elite or the establishment really just a bunch of warring factions? And isn't one of those factions the United States Republican Party, now essentially a right-wing conspiracist party? Their 3-time presidential nominee and 2-term president so far, entered politics in 2011 as a birther conspiracy theorist. But he was just asking questions, right?
God damn it, he pisses me off so much, damn. That's the next point. People are still denying that January 6th literally happened, even though it literally happened. And even if those who say, okay, it kind of did happen, that they still say there was no violence involved. No violence whatsoever. No, it was a peaceful protest. No. And even if those who say, okay, yeah, some violence did happen, but that wasn't the Republicans. No. That's the liberals, the libs. That's every time someone else, just not us. I'll be real. Please don't. Please be a figment of my imagination.
On January 6, 2021, the Capitol was stormed by 10,000 self-described patriots aiming to violently overturn the results of the 2020 election because of conspiracy theories spread by Trump and that scummy lawyer he used to hang out with.
Let's have Trump.
That scummy lawyer dropped him, by the way. I mean, couldn't help him enough anymore. Didn't Trump even sue his scummy lawyer? Even if he didn't, I will put that out as a conspiracy theory. Both sides are guilty of saying that political violence is good and that what their enemies do is bad and all of a sudden. But the thing is, technically it is bad, but you just don't see this kind of violence from liberals. I never saw Democrats doing this kind of violence. It's for the most part, Republicans. And I don't want to be like, because goddamn, I'm not American, I'm German, but at the same time, we have enough like kind of right-wingers in here, and it's always them. I'm just saying. I'm just asking questions.
By combat. We will never give up. We will never concede. We will stop the steal.
A month earlier, Trump's former national security advisor Michael Flynn invoked the Stop the Steal conspiracy theory in a call for Trump to suspend the Constitution and declare martial law.
Exactly what Mira said. That didn't happen. If it did, it wasn't that bad. And if it was, it's not a big deal. And if it is, it's not my fault. And if it was, I didn't mean it. And if I did, you deserved it. Democrats and Republicans, fine, dislike both. Why should I care?
The things conspiracy theorists
As long as your morals are still on point, we're
have
good.
been worried about for decades. But when it actually happened in front of their eyes, they didn't notice, because the conspiracy theory was the propaganda. And in the background of all this, of course, was QAnon. I assume you all know what QAnon is, but sometimes it's good to verbalize it just to remind yourself how much the vibes have deteriorated. QAnon was an online messianic conspiracy cult whose core belief was that the world is ruled by a global elite of satanic, sex-trafficking cannibals from whom the children would be saved by reality TV star turned President Donald Trump, whose sacred mission was to declare martial law, end the adrenochrome harvest, and purge the deep state pedovore cabal in a wave of mass executions called the Storm. This he would accomplish with the help of military intelligence insiders known as Q, who only communicated with the public via cryptic messages on a seedy, racist image board called 8kun, operated by a father-son team of American pornographers out of a hog farm in the Philippines. The online conspiracy world has since moved on from QAnon. In fact, they'll tell you that it was actually controlled opposition and a distraction. Denial is always the last stage of these things. The so-called QAnon shaman, Jacob Chansley, now claims he was unfairly associated with QAnon by the media in, quote, an attempt to control the narrative.
Welcome, Tony.
And destroy my public image. It's not what he said 4 years ago.
Q most certainly did send me, ladies and gentlemen. Q is the highest levels of the military and the intelligence community.
God, I love how much footage she has on this. I love this. I was there as real. I know. I wasn't physically there, but I was following the entire thing online back then. God damn, I love the footage. I love the dedication. Mwah.
In the United States, and they are disseminating above top.
I bet that video doesn't even exist on YouTube anymore. I wonder where I mean, I don't know, obviously, and I wouldn't like take the time out of my time. But some videos you had to have it back then, you had to like get it now, download it, whatever, preserve it, record it, whatever, because as soon as they noticed, oh shit, I'm getting in trouble for being violent, better delete the video where I said Q sent me. And I'm so happy that she preserved all of like their bullshit. Just Contrapoints. And we're only like 15 minutes in and I'm already so entertained. I'm so entertained, guys.
Top secret information to patriots in our republic. That means people like you, so that we can take back our country from the communists and the globalists.
He now blames the whole thing on.
I can't.
Take back our country from the communists and the globalists.
He now blames.
It should be me. The communists and the globalists. I'm sorry. It's just like the way he screams it, like viscerally screams it. He genuinely believes that shit. It's just communist.
Blames the whole thing on Antifa. Black
Exactly. Yeah. Everything I don't like is a communist. Exactly.
Matter and the deep state.
And I think it's more like a deep state setup
Did I
riot
jump scare you? Yeah, I bet I did. You coward.
than Trump riots. I don't think Trump had people do that.
Kuro, please. Why?
More likely that the feds and the crowd and Antifa and BLM were largely responsible.
It's like the narcissist's prayer, you know? That didn't happen, and if it did,
It's
it
what
wasn't
Mira
that
said.
bad. And if it was...
That's what Mira said. That's what Mira said. That's what Mira said. Also, I'm in the middle of the picture. I should just work on my redeem so that I get back. Okay.
It was Nancy Pelosi's fault, and if it wasn't, the deep state made me do it. It was controlled opposition that I was a part of, somehow. So no, I'm not just gonna pretend.
Hello, motherfucker. Huh?
Okay, I'm taking a break. Thank you for that. And with that, we are back. How did you like the brain? How did you like the break? The brain? No, like, you're free to leave, girl. Just frustrate Kato. Kato is not frustrated. Kato is finally streaming again. Kato is happy. We need more OEA. No. I got myself a yogurt. Yogurt. I'm gonna eat yogurt.
Didn't happen because it would be convenient for you. If you just memory hole these things, then you never learn anything, and we just do it all again. American politics is post-QAnon in the sense of like post 9/11 or post-apocalypse. It's not like things are going back to the way they were, and more like this is just the way things are now. QAnon's core idea was that the world is ruled by a satanic pedophile elite who must be purged by a right-wing authoritarian takeover. And this idea is as popular as ever. Here's right-wing misogyny influencer and alleged sex trafficker Andrew Tate, I don't even want to be alive anymore, getting 131,000 likes on Elon's X.com for announcing that drag queens at the 2024 Paris Olympic opening ceremony prove that a satanic cabal controls the West. Here's Ambien enthusiast Roseanne Barr on stage with Tucker Carlson in September 2024, shrieking about cannibal vampires and riling up the crowd for another insurrection.
You know they eat babies. That is not bullshit. It's
You know they eat babies. What is Disco Cat? Literally the little Disco Cat. Just 1 point. You're gonna just... They eat babies.
true.
So it's not just the dogs and the cats, not just the pets.
They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human
Nah, I think I just hate her.
flesh and they drink human blood. Fauci gave everybody AIDS too. Did you know that? He did.
These are not
I need this as a meme. I literally need this as a sound effect. They eat babies. It's true. Google it. How do they eat them though? Raw, fried, boiled? Honestly, that would interest me too. Yeah, we should ask some questions, guys. We should ask the questions. Google it. Pledge redeem after the stream. Okay, let's see it one more time, please. Let's see it one more time in its full glory.
They're full-on vampires. They love the taste of human flesh and they drink human blood. Fauci gave everybody AIDS too. Did you know that?
AIDS!
Google it!
These are
Not the
not fringe
AIDS!
ideas anymore. Alex Jones has faded from relevance less because of his deplatforming, and more because of the mainstreaming of his own ideas. He used to be king of the fringe, but now he's not so far from the center. A little fish in a big conspiracist pond. It would be an exaggeration to say that conspiracy theories have become the dominant form of political discourse, but not that much of an exaggeration. During the 2024 election season, 4 of the top 6 podcasters on Spotify were conspiracy theorists. President Trump's campaign was backed by Elon Musk, who tweeted about Pizzagate on the eve of the election, the result of which increased his net worth by $200 billion. And Musk, of course, has now been appointed to the newly created Department of Government Efficiency, or
Oh god, guys, you're amazing. This is why you always listen to my ideas. They're the best ideas. Yes, yes. Just stick them in the air fryer for 15 minutes and you're good to go. Let's go. I'm sorry. I just had to mute. I literally almost died from laughing. Almost died from laughing because of that. That woman. Google it. They're eating babies. He's giving everybody AIDS. I'm so sorry, I can't. Let's go back to the topic. The topic at hand. I need to calm down. Holy. It is such a good video and we're only like 80 minutes in. I'm so entertained.
election, the result of which increased his net worth by $200 billion. And Musk, of course, has now been appointed
this
to
is
the
a real
newly
one. This is
created
Contrapoints.
Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. Well memed, my lord. You win, te interwebs today, good sir. Way to pwn le liberal with epic style. Chatelet, my brothers, top cack.
Legalize comedy.
I'm this close to losing it. Don't fuck with me, fellas. Another conspiracist
Legalize comedy!
RFK Jr. They should just nominate the Time Cube guy. Why not?
It rotates in 4 different directions simultaneously toward midday, midnight, sun up, and sundown. It rotates those directions simultaneously.
It's RFK Jr., who believes in chemtrails but not vaccines, who claims COVID-19 was ethnically targeted to spare Jews and the Chinese, who denies that AIDS is caused by HIV, who's promised that he, quote, won't take sides on 9/11. He forgot.
He forgot!
These are no longer for freaks in tinfoil hats making public access TV shows about Sasquatch. If that's all it was, I wouldn't care. It's not my business what you people do with Sasquatch in the privacy of your own bedroom. But now, conspiracy theories are for the freaks who run the country. And when it comes to deciding, you know, which elections are rigged, or which mass tragedies are hoaxes, or which reptilians control the central banks, it kind of becomes everyone's business. Because for democracy to work, you know, if that's still a thing by the time this video comes out, we, the people, need to have reasonable conversations with each other. And it's very hard to have reasonable conversations with people who think the World Health Organization is controlled by high-level Luciferian druids. So in this video, I just want to ask some questions. Not about any particular conspiracy theory.
Thank you for
but about
joining, Zillion.
conspiracism
Mwah.
as a way of thinking. Why do so many people believe in conspiracy theories? Why are they so obsessed with symbols and rituals? Why are they taking over politics? Has this happened before? When did this start? Is the internet to blame? A funny thing about conspiracy theories is, no matter how wrong they are, engaging with them forces you to ask deep questions. because there really is something mysterious about truth and power. How do we know it's true? What authorities can we trust? Why do bad things happen? Why are there wars? Why is there poverty? Who really controls the world? In this video, I will answer all of these questions and more. So buckle your seatbelt, Kansas. We're gonna take the rabbit pill and find out just how deep Dorothy's hole goes.
Hot. Who is controlled by the high-level satanic druids? This is so well made.
The rabbit pill. Hello, Earthlings. Hope you're having a good trip. Let's start by looking at how conspiracy theorists argue. I need to teach you to counter those arguments so you can properly shill for the Galactic Empire. A common argument goes like this.
The
Aren't there
iris!
endless examples of real conspiracies? Everyone always thinks conspiracy theories are crazy until those theories are proven to be conspiracy fact. As a Trump supporter on Truth Social put it, not trusting the government doesn't make you a conspiracy theorist. It makes you a history buff. So on the one hand, yes, the government has done things that are bad. They've even deliberately done bad things in secret, which might be the definition of a conspiracy. And that's true of whatever country you live in, but I'm gonna focus on the US because the Saturnian Order has commanded me to make America look bad. Easiest job they've ever given me. To choose a popular example, Project MKUltra was a wildly unethical CIA mind control experiment carried out in secret between 1953 and 1973. One of its goals was to develop a truth serum using substances like LSD and morphine. Now obviously this did not work because morphine and LSD are terrible truth serums. Trust me, I've tried. We know about MKUltra because after the Watergate scandal, Congress investigated intelligence agency abuses and uncovered CIA documents that were supposed to have been destroyed. The details are very scandalous. In an operation known as Midnight Climax, the CIA lured men into San Francisco brothels, dosed them unknowingly with LSD, and observed their behavior through a one-way mirror. In another experiment, US Army biologist Frank Olson was given LSD without his knowledge or consent, and he died 1 week later after falling from a 13th-story hotel window under suspicious circumstances. It's true that there's no shortage of real conspiracies. I'll put some on the screen right now, and you can do your own research. So you can't really
Oh god. Okay, that was funny. I literally saw the message scrolling through the feed, and then it was like whoop, whoop. Nope. Nope. Okay, let's see. Wait. I wanted to look at the
suspicious circumstances. It's true that there's no shortage of real conspiracies. I'll put some on.
Okay, let's see. Operation Paperclips, yeah, Bacchus, Unit 731, Operation Sea Spray, Project MK. Okay, the only one that I know is Project MKUltra. And it is so sad that I don't know any of these. Is that Money Gang? They do love crime. We should after this, like sometime later. Cat hates free speech. Yeah, no free speech here. No comedy allowed. We're not Elon Musk here. Nope. You wanna know about unit 300? Yeah, 731. Yeah, tell me. Because honestly, I only know MKUltra, and it has never really been a topic that was kinda on my mind. You know, just. Never really been a topic that I was really interested in. I know there's like several iceberg videos about all of those. So also, just as a side note, what if you're actually, took some gummies, not knowing that Contrapoints would drop a video tonight, and while you're watching Contrapoints, the gummies hit, the edibles, they hit, and you literally see this. Like 23 minutes in, you see this. And you're like, wow.
On the screen right now, and you can do your own research. So you can't really blame people for wondering, if this is the stuff that's declassified, what else are they doing that we don't know about?
I think the one thing that I know about, I don't know what the name for it was. Shadow Press, yeah, she is. No, but one thing that I know about that kind of just recently made me kind of believe in conspiracy theories. That's why I got into it in the first place, honestly. Well, not like conspiracy theories, but like all of this QAnon bullshit, was because of what's the name? Snowden, Edward Snowden. Because he kind of revealed that basically everything, all social media is kind of spying on you. Not only social media, but also like your phone. Everything is being tracked. Everything is being recorded. All data is collected. Like everything. And it was kind of a conspiracy theory before. That thought already existed for certain people. Was not on my mind though. But when it came out that was actually true, and he was at the forefront of it, and him being like kind of hunted, you know, he had to like seek asylum in a different country because he was originally from America. It kind of also made it all believable, real, because yes, why wouldn't he fear hard consequences for it? And that is how I was like, oh, well, that was a conspiracy theory before. What if Pizzagate is also true? And that's how you fall into the slippery slope of believing. Unit 731 was a special medical department of the Japanese government that closely cooperated with Imperial Japanese Army to developing biological weapons and use them in live human test subjects. Holy manoli. I always thought MK Ultra was literally creepypasta. There's no shot people believe the mind control arcade cabinet. My friend saw it at an arcade one time. Well, MK Ultra was like the project name. The thing is, you give project like certain names to kind of not have them named. We're testing biological weapons on people. The project. You always give them some different kind of project name to at least not talk openly about what a heinous act you're currently doing. But yeah, obviously they just got some people and just basically given them LSD to see what happens. And not only just giving them drugs, it was like hardcore torture as well, because yes, why wouldn't you give people drugs and at the same time beat the living smut out of them to, yeah. After World War II, the Allies' country governments agreed to help the Unit 731 researchers avoid being trialed and getting punished for war crimes. Damn. But yeah, that is exactly how you kind of go into believing all of that other bullshit, you know? Like, they eat babies! They literally love human flesh! I mean, the same thing is now happening with, like, the Diddy trial. They're saying that, like, at those Diddy parties, lots of, like, heinous acts has been committed. Lots of, you know, rape and minor stuff. And that is still accusations. But people have been telling about that stuff for literally years and years and even like decades. Like there are interviews going around that are kind of now being interpreted as, well, obviously this interviewee, this star, whoever like talked about Diddy parties, because there were like some people that said just don't go to Diddy parties. And they could have meant basically anything at that time because it was like 10 years ago. But people are now looking at those interviews from 10 years ago and saying, oh my gosh, they knew it. It was a conspiracy theory, but now it's true. It's true. Even though we are still at court. Nothing has been like really confirmed yet. It is still all conspiracies and like accusations for now. At actual testing facilities that performed heinous experiments on mostly Chinese people, and in fact the researchers were so heinous they even killed literal infants. Oh, let's continue the video. This is making me sad. Wow.
A bunch of messed up stuff. I'm not going to disagree with you there. And many conspiracy theories do have some kind of
thank you for the info. Thank you so
that
much.
Actually happened. Anti-vaccination conspiracy theories are almost entirely baseless. But in 2011, the CIA located Osama bin Laden in Pakistan by secretly collecting blood samples under the pretext of a fake vaccination program. QAnon is total madness, but when high-profile men like Epstein or Diddy are outed as prolific sex criminals, it's not unreasonable to wonder how many other rich and famous people are complicit in those crimes. So with so much evidence of real conspiracies, why shouldn't we take the rabbit pill and go down Dorothy's hole? Well, in short, because conspiracy theories have less in common with real conspiracies than might initially seem to be the case. Conspiracists will tell you that the term conspiracy theory was invented by the CIA to discredit anyone who questions official narratives. This is not true. Quote,
recorded use of the phrase conspiracy theory dates back to at least 1863, more than 60 years before the CIA was established.
That's according to the Associated Press, but I guess that's the mainstream media, and we can't trust them. I only trust truth seekers posting about med beds from a garage and telling you to buy cryptocurrency. When the quantum financial system hits and I finally get my Nisara Gasara deposit, you'll see. You'll all see. The difference between actual conspiracies and conspiracy theories has to do with evidence. When we talk about conspiracy theories, we're not talking about scientific theories, like the theory of gravity, which is a well-substantiated hypothesis. At least for you people. It's actually completely false, but they won't let me talk about that. We're using the word theory in the non-scientific sense of unsubstantiated conjecture and speculation. Just a theory. As in the theory that Katy Perry is John Benet Ramsey, or that Jeffrey Epstein is a 300-year-old vampire who used to be Andrew Jackson. Conspiracy theories are by definition
that is a stretch.
Unsubstantiated, in the way that UFOs are by definition unidentified. If you know what the object is, then it's not an unidentified flying object. If credible sources confirm a conspiracy occurred, then it's not a conspiracy theory. And to conspiracy theorists, a confirmed conspiracy becomes part of the official narrative, part of the puppet show, and is therefore itself something to be questioned. You see this all the time with MKUltra, where the actual documented events only interest conspiracy theorists insofar as they inspire unsubstantiated speculation that what we know is just the tip of the iceberg.
Shears is such a good point in that regard. Yes, what if one conspiracy theory becomes like confirmed? And by it being confirmed, it is now not a conspiracy theory anymore. Therefore, it needs to be questioned. Because it now is the establishment. It now is a fact, and we don't trust facts. That is such a good point. I never really thought about that.
So conspiracy theories are to investigative journalism as cryptozoology is to zoology. Zoology, the study of animals, is a scientific endeavor based on standards of evidence. Cryptozoology, the search for Bigfoots, Yetis, various Mothmen, is a crackpot monster hunting activity based on a parascientific pursuit of mystery for the sake of mystery. Not to be too harsh on cryptozoology, I'd rather people hunt Mothmen than do QAnon. If you're torn between the two, I want you to promise me that you will not rest until you have that Mothman's head. Cryptozoology is not a science, because when a new species is scientifically acknowledged, it's no longer crypto, no longer secret, and is therefore outside the domain of cryptozoology. When the unknown becomes the known, its mystique is gone, and the mystique is the entire point. This is why conspiracy theorists have always been obsessed with secret societies, like the Freemasons or the Illuminati. What interests them is secrecy itself. YouTube is full of videos like Hidden Camera exposes Freemason
Hidden
rituals,
Camera?
like forbidden videos inside the Mormon temple. Incredibly boring things become obsessively fascinating if you simply tell
we
people
did
that
have
it's
that with
secret
COVID,
and you're not
yeah.
allowed to know about
Oh my
it.
God, you're
The
so right.
conspiracist classic None Dare Call It Conspiracy by Gary Allen,
Mhm.
major influence on Alex Jones, describes conspiracy research as, quote,
history's greatest whodunit, a mystery thriller.
I think this reveals a lot about the conspiracist mindset. Conspiracy research is a thrill-seeking activity. People don't become conspiracy theorists because they followed rational arguments to an evidence-based conclusion, which is not to say that conspiracy theorists aren't interested in evidence. They're very interested in evidence. They accumulate vast
God damn it. God damn it. I forgot. I'm sometimes mute myself because like I drink tea or cough. I don't want that to be in the stream. But yeah, literally it's like, yeah, maybe I didn't do it. And even if I did, I didn't meant it. Yeah, maybe the COVID friends you made along the way. I agree with that, yeah.
webs of evidence. They're passionate about investigation, about doing their own research. 9/11 truthers will often give at least a superficial impression of being well-versed in structural engineering. They present facts about the temperature at which jet fuel burns. They start using words like nanothermite. They have confident opinions about whether Building 7 could have collapsed from fire. But I think it's a mistake to see conspiracy discourse as some kind of botched attempt at rational inquiry. I don't think it is, but why not? There's a particular type of evidence that conspiracy theorists usually rely on, what they call anomalies. An anomaly is anything that seems subjectively suspicious, improbable, or inexplicable. A glitch in the matrix. For example, the Apollo 11 press conference is constantly cited by moon landing hoaxers because the astronauts appear at times dejected and morose. Conspiracy theorists interpret this anomaly as proof that the astronauts are being forced to perpetrate a scam on the American people.
Poor men, clearly under threat of death if they reveal the truth. That they went nowhere near the moon. I'm trying to be open-minded here, but their body language says they never went anywhere. I've seen people more hyped about a visit to the mall.
Isn't it also possible that they were, I don't know, tired after flying to the moon? I guess everyone on the internet is an expert body language analyst, so what do I know? In the summer of 2020, a conspiracy theory spread on social media.
I remember that!
Children were being trafficked by online furniture retailer Wayfair. The evidence for this conspiracy was an anomaly on Wayfair's website, where certain pillows and cabinets were listed for $10,000, an outrageously inflated price. Some of these items had names that just so happened to correspond to names of children who'd been reported missing. People on Twitter started wondering, wasn't it possible these children were being sold into depraved sexual slavery and trafficked inside of pillows and cabinets? A lot of people jumped to that conclusion without stopping to consider alternative explanations. Like, for example, maybe there was an error on the website. Maybe the products were named by SEO optimization algorithms looking for frequently searched names. Or maybe giving human names to products is just a fairly common marketing practice. The Stephanie upholstered armchair, the Vanna tufted sofa. This one's not even on Wayfair. Adelia is at Home Depot. My God, this goes all the way to the top. Don't worry, Adelia. We'll break you out of your velvet prison. The Wayfair missing children did later turn up, by the way. One 18-year-old girl went live on Facebook to reassure the public that she was fine and not, in fact, being sex trafficked inside of a cabinet. But conspiracy theorists in the chat were not relieved. In fact, they were annoyed that their investigation was being debunked. One woman commented,
"Put her ass back in the cabinet."
For a more convincing example of the argument from anomalies, let's look at Loose Change, the 2005 documentary that defined the 9/11 truther movement. Loose Change is essentially just a big list of 9/11 anomalies, including some that actually are pretty, well, anomalous, like the discovery of a hijacker's passport at Ground Zero.
7 different black boxes, made from the most resilient materials known to man, were all completely destroyed beyond repair.
I can't believe Home Depot is trafficking
made
kids!
from a fragile material known as paper, managed to fly through a 2,000-degree explosion and land undamaged blocks away, where the FBI conveniently found it, thereby incriminating Saddam al-Sakami and al-Qaeda for the attacks. Who writes this stuff?
Isn't it weird that a passport would survive a 2,000-degree explosion? Like, yeah, it is extremely weird. How do we explain that? Well, my explanation is that sometimes weird things happen. In 1987,
Like UFOs
Northwest Airlines
and
Flight
reptilians.
255 crashed shortly after takeoff in Detroit, killing 156 people. Everyone on the plane died except for one 4-year-old girl. How could a 4-year-old survive a plane crash that killed more than 100 adults? Isn't that
Easy, the adults just saved her. That's usually what happens when children survive. Some adult just fucking held the child so tight that you become a freaking human shield.
anomalous? It's super fucking anomalous. But you know what? Sometimes anomalous things happen. How did the hijacker's passport end up at ground zero? Well, I really don't know. Maybe God guided the passport to safety. Maybe an Al-Qaeda operative handed it to police because they wanted to get caught. Maybe it was planted by a reptilian. It was me. I did it. Me and my close personal friend Hillary Clinton. None of this is plausible. But is it more plausible that the Bush administration planted such a weird piece of ultimately superfluous evidence in the course of orchestrating this secret controlled demolition of the tallest buildings in New York City, and that no one involved in any stage of that process has leaked anything about it for
Let's
over
go,
2
welcome
decades?
home.
God, am I really debating 9/11 truthers online? Have I really learned nothing in 23 years? The thing about anomalies is that they never really amount to any kind of substantive evidence that a conspiracy occurred. The argument from anomalies is
Mira.
often just a series of statements beginning, isn't it weird? Isn't it weird that cabinets on Wayfair are listed for $10,000?
They're just asking
My God, that's really
questions.
anomalous. Isn't it weird that Sirius, the hero dog of 9/11, was photographed with Bill Clinton exactly 1 year before the attack? Yes, it's weird. You have proven that a weird thing happened, but that's all you've proven. It's a style of argument based entirely on innuendo, conjecture, and asking leading questions designed to push the audience to a speculative conclusion. It's like the History Channel show Ancient Aliens, where the phrase, "is it possible?" occurs with comical frequency.
Is it possible that Bigfoot is actually an extraterrestrial?
Oh God, that show.
Is not only hollow, but an artificial
Oh my
structure? Is it possible that the story of the Minotaur is based on actual events? Is it possible that the octopus didn't originate on Earth?
Is it possible that what we have here are extraterrestrials wearing some type of protective suits?
Is it even possible that Nessie is an alien entity that is able to pass through a wormhole that exists at Loch Ness?
Like, yes.
Okay, but wait. Are there? I need to see. Wait, is it possible the story of the Minotaur is based? Oh God, wait. History Channel documentary. Let's see. There are full episodes online on YouTube. Oh yes, who really built the pyramids? Let's take a little gander. Fucking Nachahmer. They just saw what the Egyptian aliens did and thought, oh, I can do that too. Hey, it's the alien guy! It's the guy!
The exact same.
It's him! That's him! His hairdo though, I mean, I'm impressed. I wonder how much hairspray he had to use for this one. I know, right?
Deity, which was described.
But like, kudos to him. He's rocking the looks. He has like his little chain, like his necklace and everything. But a pyramid, if it doesn't really go up into like a pointy tip, I feel that is kind of dead naming it, because it's not a pyramid. A pyramid has a pointy point. Actual Maya, bro, like the frog, I'm seeing things. Damn, imagine shadows. Do you believe in shadows? I bet they are from outer space. 40 minutes, I'm not watching all of that.
Of all pyramid of the sun and the pyramid of the moon.
Seems reasonable to me. I know, right? I can't. This is so freaking amazing. This is so funny.
Stand alongside a thoroughfare referred to as the Avenue of the Dead. Over 200 smaller buildings, platforms, and pyramids are found adjacent to the avenue. And there are thousands of
The freaking music too. It's so like
the complex.
it's so like devious.
Incredible as Teotihuacan is, no one knows exactly who built this metropolis or what happened to its occupants.
Enlightening? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So enlightening.
No hieroglyphs whatsoever. There are other cultures in Mesoamerica that were using writing systems. There's nothing like that at Teotihuacan. So we don't really have a clear history of what happened at Teotihuacan.
And because we don't have a clear history, they're from outer space. That's how it works. Let's continue conspiracy theories. God, we have to have a History Channel day. I'm gonna look through amazing History Channel like some of those documentaries, and we're gonna look through the most amazing ones, and we're gonna have such a blast. Yeah, I'm so excited.
Lots of things are possible because possibility requires a very low threshold of evidence. It's possible the moon is controlled by reptiles. It's possible that life is but a dream. This rhetoric of asking leading questions functions in part as disavowal, because technically you're not making any claims, you're just asking questions. It also provokes the imagination of the audience. It makes you feel like you're connecting the dots on your own. And that's exciting. It's engaging. It makes you feel smart, like you're an independent investigator, a free thinker. You're not a sheep who believes whatever the mockingbird mainstream media forces down your throat. You do your own research. But do you? No, Patrick. Scrolling Telegram channels about how the Knights Templar are using 5G networks to make you eat bugs is not research.
But my
likes to feel
TikToks!
like a passive receiver of information. Okay, well, some people
No!
do. Fleabag, maybe.
I want someone to tell me what to eat, what to like, what to hate, what to rage about.
But conspiracy theories appeal to people who want to feel in control of their beliefs. And I do kind of sympathize with that. I don't want to get knowledge cucked by some high priest telling me what to believe. This attitude is not at all unique to conspiracy theorists. Individualist skepticism is sort of the foundation of Western philosophy. The modern era in philosophy starts with Descartes, who wanted to question everything. In the Middle Ages, you had to accept the doctrines of the church, or they'd call you a heretic and they'd burn ya. But Descartes thought that knowledge shouldn't be based on dogma.
I used Reddit.
That does sound good, doesn't it? The problem, though, is that if you
I use
question
Twitter.
everything, then how do you know that anything is true? Descartes argued you can't even trust your own senses, because you could be dreaming right now. You could be deceived by an evil demon. So Descartes wanted to discover an idea that could not be doubted, and he came up with this Latin slogan, cogito ergo sum, I think, therefore I am, which has to be true, because it's on t-shirts and coffee mugs, popular everywhere among people who want you to know they went to college. From the cogito, Descartes tried to deduce that God exists and that God wouldn't allow a demon to deceive you. It's not a very good argument. Descartes is not a good philosopher.
Damn! Shots fired!
The point is that knowledge is inherently a collective endeavor, and that's even more true now than it was in Descartes' time. You can't really do science by yourself anymore. To some extent, you have to trust the work of other people. Conspiracy theorists don't trust science because science is an institution and they don't trust institutions. A lot of conspiracy theorists go even further than that, and they adopt this oppositional attitude to knowledge. In other words, whatever they want you to believe, the opposite is probably true. On a YouTube clip of Richard Nixon telling Billy Graham that there will be a pogrom in America if the Jews, quote, don't start behaving, the top comment reads,
I always wondered why I was conditioned to dislike Nixon by the media. Things are starting to make sense.
This idea that every mainstream source of information is conditioning from the Judeo-Bolshevik banking cabal leads to a kind of fetish for stigmatized and secret knowledge. Conspiracy theorists play up how persecuted and silenced they are because they see institutional opposition as proof of their correctness. An Austrian painter and conspiracy theorist once said in his book, My Struggle.
He was a...
My poor baby. My struggle. He should have just called it My Journey. My whole entire journey. He wrote that the media's insistence
I didn't even
on the
know he was a
protocols of the
conspiracy
Elders of
theorist,
Zion being
but
an
it would make so much
anti-Semitic
sense.
hoax is, quote, the best proof that they are authentic. This is one reason why conspiracy theories are impossible to debunk. The attempt to debunk them is seen as shilling, and therefore as proof of the conspiracy. If it isn't true, why are you so eager to disprove it? Conspiracists see the media, the academy, the medical establishment, every reputable source of information as a kind of Cartesian demon lulling us all into a dream world from which their goal is to awake. And it's this experience of awakening
the red
conspiracy theorists are trying to trigger, with an overwhelming gish gallop of anomalies that eventually climaxes in a wild leap in logic. The most egregious example of this, possibly ever, is the Dutch conspiracy theorist Janet Ossebaard's 10-part video essay Fall of the Cabal, which recruited millions of people into QAnon in 2019 and 2020. Fall of the Cabal begins with a section called Things That Made Me Go,
What I'm going to do is first of all give you a short overview of things that made me go,
Things That Made Me Go, is just a random list of anomalies. Not arguments, just questions. Isn't it weird?
Isn't it weird that the Vatican's audience board is full of references to reptilians? Did you know the Vatican's telescope?
That woman watched too much History Channel. Isn't it weird? Is it possible? Could it be? It made me go, I can't. I love this video so much already. It was a conspiracy theorist, like lots of German one. Yeah, okay. And that means he calls a stab in the back narrative. I see. Okay, it makes sense though that he would be one though. It makes sense. I love that video so much.
Telescope is called Lucifer? And since when does the Pope make the sign of the devil? 9/11.
Wow, that's really anomalous.
Are you aware of the fact that children cartoons contain subliminal messages of sex?
Wait, stop.
The fact.
What's the message here? Oh, I see it now. Holy shit. But that's not sexual. Wait, what's sexual about it? Where's the yearness I'm supposed to see? Eh? Am I stupid? I don't see a yearness in this.
That children cartoons contain subliminal messages of
now this I see.
Sex and violence?
They changed that, by the way, in retrospect. It is such a minor details that are just there by accident.
Why?
That's super fucking
Why?
anomalous. Fall of the Cabal does allude to a few things that are real. Like, yes, Monsanto and Bayer are companies that make carcinogenic herbicides. That's true. But then that's just casually mixed in with, you know, blood libel.
Do you realize that these foreskins are actually sold? That it's a trade? What's next? Drinking baby blood?
Look, what is the point of this? There's no logical connection between any of these points. It's just a bunch.
I mean, you gotta give the woman credit for doing an amazing editing job, because look at this, like, yeah, just a picture, but then asking questions. What's next? Drinking babies. She went all out on the editing. Mwah! Mwah!
Look, what is the point of this? There's no logical connection between any of these points. It's just a bunch of ominous innuendo leading the viewer to the vague conclusion that something isn't adding up. We've been lied to. And that is always the preface. We've been lied to. What?
You know, if companies wouldn't lie so much, then we wouldn't have so many conspiracy theories. I'm sorry, I said it. Capitalism bad.
What is the purpose of opening with that? Well, if you can make your audience feel like everything they've ever been told is a lie, like science is fake, like school is indoctrination, the news is propaganda, the so-called fact checkers are dangerous.
The so-called fact checkers are dangerous.
It leaves the audience in a very vulnerable position, because now they have nowhere to turn for reliable information. because you've convinced them not to trust anyone, and now they don't know what to believe. And if you're a propagandist, that's exactly where you want them, because most people are uncomfortable with doubt and uncertainty. It leaves you open to alternative explanations, even bad ones, because any explanation feels better than none. So this is the critical moment when you make the logical leap into hyperspace. You've broken the audience down, and now you get to build them back up. You get to be the Morpheus,
You give him the
telling
red
them
pill.
how deep the rabbit hole goes. And you may as well go ham, because at this point, they'll just believe anything you say.
Get ready for some conspiracy facts. The North American Man-Boy Love Association. This is their mascot. Why are children exposed to Illuminati symbols, chemtrails?
Whatever I decide is true at any given moment. Welcome back, Kuro.
Why are
Can I watch the video, please?
Illuminati symbols, chemtrails, cannibalism, George Soros, the Rothschild family, follow the money. Adrenochrome is real. It is the ultimate drug. The same Church of Satan Chelsea Clinton is so fond of. If you can really jump from one timeline to another.
No, I did
parallel
not say
one,
that.
You can time travel.
I think you're just asking questions.
Don, master of all masters. He is a genius, a 5D chess player, a man with a huge heart. Q is not a cult.
5D chess player.
The most insidious thing about this form of indoctrination.
You got to
is
go.
that
Thank you
to
for
the people
joining, though.
susceptible
Thank you
to
so
it,
much.
It feels like critical thinking. They think they're.
What on earth are we
understanding
watching? Hi, Pandora. Welcome. You're having a good trip? Because apparently some people still believe in the moon. And we all know the moon doesn't exist. For real. And they eat babies. Google it. Now we're watching the new Contrapoints video. I don't know if you know Contrapoints, but like she's doing amazing like content about usually social critic stuff, and the first 2 seconds of this video are a trip. I know, right? Imagine the moon is real. I know, right? Yeah. Just want to know how they eat them. With an air fryer. I thought they already established that. And they obviously order them on Wayfair. We've already answered so many questions. That's, for example, is it possible that the Kato is from outer space? Is it possible that Pandora literally does not exist and is only a brain in a jar? And it is. It very much is. You'll return to your villain arc in a few months of horror farming and brain rot. Kuro, please don't do this. We just want to enjoy and have fun. Now you must perish. Damn. It's okay. I'll just call up my dear friend QAnon, and he'll have you turn into a pizza. Like that. Is it? You've proven that it is possible? Yes, I did in this video. I think we have answered all the questions already. And because I say so, I'm God. I'm the devil. I'm the succubus. Pizza.
asking questions the sheeple can't handle. They noticed the anomalies. They followed the money. No one told them what to think. Except you kind of did tell them what to think. You just did it in a way that made them feel like it was their idea. And when people feel like something is their idea, they internalize it as part of their identity. They become possessive of it. Where they once may have been open to skepticism, they'll now be on guard against it, ready to dismiss it reflexively as shilling. So the point of the argument from anomalies is not to support a conclusion with evidence. The point is to trigger a crisis.
The whole craft store worth, yeah.
For a kind of conversion.
But the dedication, though.
Initiation into the cult of mystery. of secret alternative knowledge. And that conversion experience is called the awakening. Going down the rabbit hole, taking...
I'm actually glad that you like this, because in my opinion, Contrapoints, with every video that she drops, she never disappoints. All of her videos are just so freaking funny, especially the one about cringe, which is my favorite, which we're probably gonna watch some other day. I've watched it like 3 times already. But I feel like you guys should see it too. It's so good. It's so good. She literally just, for several hours on end, just cringe. It's so well done. It's so well done. She literally understands the internet cringe culture, and I applaud her for that. It's so much brain rot.
The red pill. It's hard to overstate the influence of 1999 cyberpunk science fiction film The Matrix, a great movie whose legacy is unfortunately tainted by association with every manner of Looney Tunes buffoonery. The Matrix became the centerpiece of 21st century mythology that it is because its allegory of awakening from a dream is a universal archetype. In Western philosophy, there's Plato's cave, Descartes' demon. Lenin says the revolution will arrive with the workers' awakening of class consciousness. In Hindu and Buddhist thought, the illusion is called Maya, a deceit that conceals the true nature of things. What's called enlightenment by Western Buddhists is a 19th century translation of the Pali term bodhi, which is more literally translated as awakening. So the Matrix can mean whatever you want it to mean. The directors of the movie now claim that it's an allegory for transgender awakening. But whatever your interpretation, taking the red pill is to awake from a dream world. It's a revelation that explains the feeling you've had all your life that something is vaguely wrong.
You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind.
By taking the red pill, Neo undergoes a rite of passage, symbolically dying in the dream world to be reborn in the desert of the real. For Neo, this also entails the realization that he is, in fact, the main character of reality, which also probably speaks to something in the conspiracist mindset. When conspiracy theorists tell you to wake up, they're not trying to persuade you about the causes of a particular historical event. They're urging you to transform the way you think about the world in general. Dylan Lewis Monroe's
oh my god, what is this?
Connects the dots from
what is
Atlantis
this?
To the Rothschilds, to the Vatican, to 9/11, to reptilian extraterrestrials, to Obama's fake birth certificate.
This is even better than we already had before!
It's all connected. And the key
wow.
The Western pyramidal hierarchy has been replaced.
How far down into schizo mind do you have to be to create that abomination of a... Holy shit, the dedication though. I applaud the dedication. All planned. It was the globalist all along.
Placed with a mesmerizing Eastern tank.
Not the globalists, just one. This one globalist to rule them all. Even higher than God. You mean masterpiece? Yeah, I would say that. Fits.
Angle, which the authors of Conspirituality...
Honestly, I don't even think AI would go that far. I don't think AI can fathom out this kind of schizo of a mind. Not there yet, but soon enough. No way someone did that. I'm pretty sure someone did that.
With a mesmerizing Eastern tangle, which the authors of Conspirituality compare to a Buddhist mandala meant to guide the viewer to awakening. So, what is it the conspiracy theorists are awakening to?
The flower symbol? What's with the flower symbol? You mean...
To a Buddhist mandala meant to guide, which the authors of...
You mean this one? Isn't that just supposed to be like... It's the Shadowrun Megacorp? Really? Which one? Wait, which one? Maybe it's just representation of like this flower, because I know this is like a kind of a flower that actually exists. Let's see. Let me put that in. Shadowrun. No, that's different. The logo is different though. It's similar. So it's derived from the same flower as an inspiration, but the logo itself is different. But I get what you mean. I get what you mean. Yeah, very similar.
In spirituality, compared to a Buddhist mandala meant to guide the viewer to awakening. So, what is it the conspiracy theorists are awakening to?
Wake up.
Part 3. Conspiracism. So wake up to what? Well, like every convert, conspiracists are awakening
Wake up
to
the
a new
reality of
worldview,
the ghost
which
gravity.
I'm calling conspiracism. And yes, it deserves to be an ism, because it's not a theory, it's a way of thinking. The details constantly change, but the fundamental mindset remains the same.
Hi, привет. Miss Susli. Надо учить английский, да, пора. Absolute fools still believing in video and don't realize that it's actually Thesa's gnome replacing the drawings on your screen at light speed. The gnomes! I love this. I just... The conspiracies in this one are just so amazing. I love this so much.
In his 1964 essay, The Paranoid Style in American Politics, historian Richard Hofstadter said that conspiracist thinking was not unique to his own era of hysteria about looming one-world communist government. He tracked its roots all the way back to the founding of the United States, when there was a panic about the Bavarian Illuminati infiltrating the Freemasons and plotting to replace Christianity with Jacobinical atheism. In 1798, Timothy Dwight, president of Yale University, said, quote, "Shall our sons become the disciples of Voltaire and the dragoons of Marat? Or our daughters the concubines of the Illuminati?" The concubines of the Illuminati. I, for one, welcome my new sex lord, Adam Weishaupt. When I heard he was professor of canon law at Ingolstadt, I was like, oh my god, that's so fucking hot. That same year, George Washington received a letter from a German reverend warning him of a, quote, "society of Freemasons that distinguishes itself by the name of Illuminati, whose plan is to overturn all government and all religion." This conspiracy theory was popularized by John Robeson's 1797 book, Proofs of a Conspiracy, against all the religions and governments of Europe carried on in the secret meetings of Freemasons, Illuminati, and reading societies collected from good authorities. Well, if it's from good authorities, Washington wrote back, quote, "I have heard much of the nefarious and dangerous plan and doctrines of the Illuminati," but he assured the minister that the Freemasons in America were not involved. So, conspiracism has existed for a long time. Illuminati conspiracy nonsense crossed George Washington's desk, but we could go back even further than that. In the year 64, there were conspiracy theories that the Great Fire of Rome was an inside job ordered by Emperor Nero. Olive oil can't melt marble columns. Nero, of course, blamed the Christians. Christians were in many ways the Jews of ancient Rome. Well, the Jews were also the Jews. They often are. So this is not a new way of thinking. The internet did not start this.
Hi, Fiona, welcome.
How consistent conspiracist rhetoric is across centuries. Another passage from that letter to Washington reads, "Our present time, pregnant with the most shocking evils and calamities, threatens ruin to our liberty and government. The most secret plans are in agitation." Like, it sounds like someone translated Alex Jones into 18th century English. According to Hofstadter, the paranoid style is characterized by, quote, "heated exaggeration, suspiciousness, and conspiratorial fantasy, as well as feelings of persecution. It's overheated, over-suspicious, over-aggressive, grandiose, and apocalyptic in expression." Sound like anyone you know? But I think conspiracism is more than just a rhetorical style. It also has certain core beliefs. Political scientist Michael Barkun says the 3 principles of conspiracism are: nothing happens by accident, nothing is as it seems, and everything is connected. I agree, but I want to use a slightly different definition because I do my own research. I'll call the 3 principles of conspiracism intentionalism, dualism, and symbolism. Now pay attention, because this will be on the test. Intentionalism is the idea that everything that happens is the result of a deliberate plan, that there are shadowy agents of evil scheming behind every misfortune. There are no accidents, and no significant event is the result of mere human ignorance or incompetence, or of systemic forces beyond human intention. Dualism is the idea that all of human history and politics are best understood as an epic battle between good and evil, the forces of light against the forces of darkness. When bad things happen, when there are wars, disasters, poverty, these are simply the result of evil people doing evil things because they're evil. And finally, symbolism is the idea that everything has meaning and everything is connected. So politics and history are sort of astrological in nature. There are no coincidences. Everything is teeming with signs and symbols that we can decode to discover the truth and define the future. Now, these are all pretty common patterns of thinking that most of us slip into sometimes. And not everyone who flirts with conspiracy theories is a full-blown conspiracist. But people who
Thank you
believe
for
in
joining.
all-encompassing super conspiracies.
Reality is an illusion. The universe is a hologram. Bye. And yes, Pilar, you're very welcome in here with every conspiracy theory. This is an amazing video so far. Like, honestly, I can't even stretch it enough. It's so good.
Like QAnon, the kind of people who think the Deep State Mapping Project is an accurate depiction of reality, those people are full-blown conspiracists. Now, let's explore the labyrinth of their madness in excruciating detail. It's okay, I've had a spiritual awakening. I've learned to enjoy losing subscribers. Conspiracist Principle 1. Intentionalism. Hello, my pretties. In October 2024...
Beautiful! Holy shit, the makeup ate.
Conspiracist Congresswoman
It's so cool.
Marjorie Taylor Greene. Marjorie, if you're watching this, I've already put a hex on you. It's too late. In October, Marjorie posted a series of tweets arguing that severe hurricanes in the southern United States were deliberately geoengineered by government agencies to suppress Republican votes.
Well, Tony has never really existed. He was always just a figment of our imagination.
Damn, I wish it worked.
Wait, what?
Arguing that severe hurricanes in the southern United States were
Oh,
deliberately
that!
geoengineered
Yeah.
by government agencies to suppress Republican voters.
Mm-hmm. They literally said that someone up there controls the weather, like the government controls the weather, and that is why they were having so many hurricanes. Not because weather and climate, but because the government said we need more hurricanes. Good old Trump now controls the weather. Well, have there been hurricanes since his election? Huh? I'm just asking questions. Questions that I hope nobody will look up, because then I will be proven wrong, and I don't like being proven wrong. No, sorry. And space lasers to start fire.
Damn, I wish it worked. A year.
Please, nobody look it up, because I literally don't want to be proven wrong. No, I bet there were hurricanes, like even several, I think like 2 or 3 in the meantime. Do you ever wonder if anyone or anything really exists, or is it just all in your head? Oh, we had that. Mirror, 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 mirror. We had that. What was it called again? Do I still have it up? Yes, I do still have it. This thing.
Solipsism.
Solipsism. Oops. It's the idea that nothing really exists, and it's all just in your mind. Well, more or less. I'm butchering it. It's not actually like that. But technically it's like that. But not technically. Well, it's solipsism. Yes. I always did wonder. And I'm pretty sure it's true. But I'm just asking questions.
Earlier, Marjorie tweeted that climate change is a scam perpetrated by, quote, very powerful people that are getting rich beyond their wildest.
Can you watch a video based on that? Do you have a video related to that? Is it long? Is it 2 hours long?
Dreams convincing many that carbon is the enemy. How can this woman believe that anthropogenic climate change is a hoax, but the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration is planning each specific hurricane? Well, because she's an idiot, but also because she's a...
No way, you actually have a video on that? 10 minutes? You're gonna love it? Okay, let's see.
The world you see is not
Von
real.
Kurzgesagt,
You're not
let's
living in this
go!
very moment that you're experiencing, and nothing is like it seems.
That is some cursed Pikachus. Wait.
You're not living.
Holy shit, wait. Do you see the Pikachu behind me? Oh, wow. Every frame is entirely different. Wait,
The
oops, that
field.
is not every frame. I'm sorry. I jumped way too... Wait, frame by frame. I wanted to go frame by frame. Now that is horrors beyond my imagination.
Is not real.
Black and white Pikachu. Pikachu. Pikachu.
You're not living in this very moment
Pikachu when he's tripping.
that you're experiencing.
Ooh, comfy Pikachu. Low high Pikachu.
And
Curse Pikachu. No Pikachu.
nothing is like it seems. It turns out your
Holy shit.
brain constructs your reality as you're experiencing it.
Wait, this is so cool.
It seems.
Ooh. Oh. Gucci Pikachu. Curse Pikachu. That's Charmander. Kitty! Noah Pikachu. Ah! Doggo Pikachu. Okay, I'm sorry.
The world you see is not real. You're not living in this very moment that you're experiencing, and nothing is like it seems. It turns out your brain constructs your reality as you're experiencing it. It edits your memories as they happen. It lives in totally different time spheres and tells you a story about the world that feels real. What's going on, and who's really in control of your life?
Obviously, the globalists. Have we learned nothing?
The gap between reality and you. Vision is maybe our main source of information about the world, but in reality we don't really see that much. Only a thumbnail-sized area of your visual field is in high resolution, while the rest is out of focus. If it doesn't feel like this, that's because it's made up by your brain, using a pretty neat trick. Each second
like
your
Mr.
eyes
Pirate
make 3
Nintendo
to 4
games.
sudden jerky movements, saccades of 50 milliseconds, focusing from one point to another, scanning your environment to get different sharp images that your brain then edits together. During a saccade, your brain shuts down your vision so you don't see a wild motion blur. This means that each day for around 2 hours, you're completely blind. If you could actually see what your eyes see, it would look something like this. Brrr, brrr. Instead, your brain fills this time with its best guesses of what happened during the blackness. But it does way more. It turns out that you're not really experiencing time correctly. What's really happening when you're stirring milk into a cup of coffee? As the spoon hits the ceramic, light reflects off it and hits your eyes after 1.3 nanoseconds. The ceramic vibrates and creates a shockwave of air molecules that travels to your ear in 1.2 milliseconds. Heat is picked up by fibers in your fingers that send a signal to your brain in 50 milliseconds. 3 very different inputs, all processed in your brain at different times. You don't experience them separately, but as one smooth, simultaneous and connected moment. Your brain takes a moment to process and then invents a reality, a present moment that's not real. What you feel is now is in fact a selectively edited version of the past. You really only consciously experience the world 0.3 to 0.5 seconds after things happened. Except this is also not really true, because your brain is editing time and space